more explicit formula practice, this time combining together geometric and arithmetic to give you some practice determining and distinguishing between the two and writing those explicit formulas. Okay, remember, let's quick write down our arithmetic formula. A sub 1 equals A1, the first term, plus the common difference times n minus 1. And for geometric, I have G sub n equals first term times the common ratio to the power n minus. All right, I'm going to go through just a couple of these first problems and a couple of the second problems, and then the rest will be up to you. So let's start with this first one. 1, 5, 9, 13. First, ask ourselves, let's ask ourselves, what's the first term? Well, first term was 1. Excellent start. Very proud of you all. Okay, what is my common ratio or common difference? How do I get from one number to the next? All right, well, let's first start with adding because that's the easiest. 1 to 5 is 4. 5 to 9 is also 4. 9 to 13, also 4. So it looks like my common difference, and that common difference is 4. Now let's write the explicit formula using that first term and the common difference. I have A sub n equals 1 plus 4 times n minus 1. I have 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1. Okay, don't let fractions scare you. We've got this. Okay, I'm going to change them all so that my denominator or that bottom number is the same for each of them. So I have 1/4. I'm going to change the next one to be 2/4. Okay, instead of 1/2, I've got 2/4 multiplied top and bottom by 2. 3/4, and 1 can be written as 4/4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Okay, so first term is 1/4. Now, how did I get from 1 to the next? So I had 1/4, then I had 2/4, and then I had 3/4, 4/4. So each time it looks like I'm adding 1/4. Okay, 1/4. You've got 1/4, and then you have 2/4, and then 3/4. So I'm adding 1/4. So common difference is 1/4. So we have A sub n equals first term plus the common difference times n minus 1. All right, I think you're able to do the next one, very similar to the one that we just did. Let's go down to this other fraction one, because I know some of you are going to be like, whoa, that's way too scary for me. Okay, so we have 1/5, 1/10, and 1/20. Okay. So if I were to convert, let's try addition. Let's see if we can do that. This 1/5 will make out of 20. So 5 to 20 is times 4. So 4 out of 20, and this bottom 20 times it by 2. 10 times 2 is 20. So multiply the top, and we'll keep this next one the same. Okay, so looking at this, 4/20, 2/20, 1/20. It's looking like I'm going down, okay? But I'm not going down by a consistent number. Difference from 4 to 2 is 2, and 2 to 1 is 1. So addition is out. Addition and subtraction is out. So that didn't really help me at all. So let's look at multiplication. What do I need to multiply 1/5 by to get 1/10? And remember, when you multiply fractions, you multiply the top and you multiply the bottom. So 1/5 times what will give us 1/10? Well, 1 times what equals 1? 1. 5 times what gives us 10? 2. So it looks like I needed to multiply by 1/2. And then 1/10 times 1/2 will give us 1/20. 1 times 1 is 1. 10 times 2 is 20. So first term is 1/5. Common ratio is 1/2. Geometric sequence, because we're using multiplication, so we have G sub n equals 1/5 times 1/2 to the n minus 1 power. All right, and then I think the rest of them, pretty straightforward, just those fraction ones that were a little bit hard that I wanted to walk you through. So let's go down to the bottom now, and I'll help you out with some of those. So for this one, these sequences are the exact same as the ones up in the first part. So we already have the explicit formula given, or you should have the explicit formula already written. So you're going to use that same explicit formula to find the whatever term they're asking for. So for this first one, we can copy and paste. So I'm going to use these scissors, circle it, tap on it, hit copy, scroll down here, tap, and hit paste. Okay, so that was my explicit formula that I found in the first page. Find the 50th term. So n equals 50. A sub 50 equals 1 plus 4 times 50 minus 1. And if you're feeling not up to doing all that mental math, that's okay. Let's plug it into our calculator. 1 plus 4 times, we can use parentheses, 50 minus 1. Whoops. And we get A sub 50 to be 197. Does that answer kind of fit with the flow of our problems or our sequence here? Yes, I'm going up slow and steady. Makes sense that I eventually will reach 197. And then we did this third one down here. So let's again go grab that formula. Copy. Tap, paste. Okay, we want to find the 25th term. So when n equals 25, we have A sub 25 equals 1/4 plus 1/4 times n minus 1. Again, I'm just going to use my calculator here. Nothing fancy. 1/4 plus 1/4 times, oh, I made a mistake. That shouldn't be an n. I can't plug that in. Times 25 minus 1. 25 minus 1 is 24. I'll just plug in 24. And I get 6.25. Well, my whole sequence was as a fraction. The whole sequence was as a fraction. I don't want a decimal. So I'm going to hit the fraction button to give me a fraction. 25th term is 25 over 4. Okay, kind of makes sense because notice, first term, 1/4. Second term, 2/4. Third term, 3/4. Fourth term, 4/4. Seeing a pattern here? Makes sense. 25th term will be 25/4. Okay? And then our last one will be this last one that we did up here. We'll copy our explicit formula. We will paste it down here. We will paste it down here and find the 16th term. G sub 16 equals 1/5 times 1/2 to the 16 minus 1 power. Definitely using my calculator for this one. 1/5 times 1/2 to the power 15. And that's a pretty nasty looking decimal there. Let's see if we can turn that into a fraction. Pretty ugly fraction still too, but a little bit nicer. Okay, so 1 over 163,000 840. Makes sense because notice my top is going to stay as a 1. My bottom is doubling each time. So 5, 10, 20, it's going to keep doubling all the way to the 16th term. So it makes sense that I'm going to get a very large number there. Go ahead, try the rest that I left for you to attempt.